We want to get to know the candidates a little bit. We want you to take 3 minutes to tell us about yourself, what guardianship means to you, and what led to your decision to seek the position of public administrator. And we will start with Mr. Rick Combs.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I'm Rick Combs, as you said. First of all, I'd like to take a second to thank all the sponsors and Providence Bank for holding this forum. I am Rick Combs. I was a colonel in the United States Air Force, born in 1964. I grew up on a cattle farm in Southwest Florida, so I know the value of hard work from day one. And I did a 21-year career in the United States Air Force as a military commander and a command pilot. Many operations, many commands both overseas and stateside. After retiring in 2006, I became CEO of Barron AG in Gainesville, Florida, which was a real estate consulting firm, and did that for 3 years, at which time my wife, Jefferson City native, Dr. Jill Brady, and I relocated to Jefferson City, and our little girl, our pride and joy, 4 years old, Ilsa, was born over at St. Mary's Hospital in 2012. We love Cole County, Jefferson City. We could live anywhere we want to live, but we've chosen to live in Cole County, and this is our home. Guardianship to me is an all-encompassing term to describe the total care of a person's needs. And that's very, very important. I think that gets lost in the translation. So many times when you hear guardianship, people think, well, a guardian is just somebody responsible for somebody else. Well, they're responsible for a lot more than just the person. They're responsible for all their needs. Early on in life, I realized, due to my Christian background and upbringing, that it's a good thing to fight for those who can't fight for themselves. And that's what led me into a career in the Air Force, is fighting for people who could not fight for themselves. Thus, I want to serve again in Cole County. Done a lifetime of service. I want to serve again as your public administrator and serve people who are the most vulnerable in our society. The skills I learned in the Air Force over a 21-year career and as a CEO in Gainesville, Florida, attention to detail, leadership, management, those translate perfectly to that office and and our skills that a person needs in that particular office to lead a wonderful staff and to help those that we need to help so very much in our community. With that said, I'd like to say one other thing, that if elected to public administrator, nobody here is ever going to have to worry about the needs of an individual in our county because of a lack of money, a lack of programs, or a lack of concern by other individuals. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Combs. We'll now hear from Joe Kunsting. Joe, 3 minutes.
Thank you. I'm a lifelong resident of Cole County. My mother was born in Osage County on a farm in Osage County. My father was a farmer in Marys County, and how they got together was through dances and local things during the weekends when they got done working on the farm. They lived a simple life, and all they wanted to do when they started to raise a family is to make our lives better. They didn't take extravagant vacations, and actually, I don't think we ever took a vacation, except to go down to our grandparents and put up hay during the summer. Not on a day like today. But anyway, I understand the simple life of individuals and the dedication they do to do this. And I've gotten a background from my parents to do this, and from my brothers and sisters to do this. I have a great wife of almost 24 years, Denise, who's in the audience, and she keeps smiling at me so far. We have 4 children, Christina, Jonathan, Sierra, and Joey. Got 5 wonderful grandkids. And, they come first, we come second, and that's just the way it is. What it ties into is the public administrator has to be able to be taking care of these individuals. And guardianship, to me, means, I can give you the statutorial definition of it, but what it means to me They're family. They become my family. Their needs become my needs, and you try to make their lives better. They want to do independent thinking on their own. That is a great thing. Let them make self-decisions, self-direction. And that is all they want, is to be treated with dignity, respect, and listen to them. You know, they have a problem and they'll tell you. Sometimes the answer comes in unbelievable places. And they will help you, and it might affect a lot of other individuals that are under the public administrator's care. The fact is, I'm there to help them. Funding could be a problem, but you have to work around it, and we'll make their lives a lot better if you elect me. I'm dedicated to them, and I want to help them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunsing. We'll now hear from Jodan Cheney.
My name is Jodan Cheney. I am a lifelong Missourian. I have been in Cole County for about 25 years now. I came here from Springfield, Missouri, working for the state of Missouri. Fresh out of college, I have a degree in managerial finance. I have a master's degree in business administration. And all that's fine and good, but really the best thing about me is my wife, Kirsten, and she's sitting right back here. If you stand up and just wait. We have 5 little girls. The oldest is 16. The youngest is 6. And they're all in various activities over the summer and didn't want to come today to this activity, so we let them stay home. But guardianship to me, again, going past the legal definition of what guardianship means, or basically being responsible, basically being caring, going beyond legal and caring for someone in their personal relationships, in their personal decisions, and their property decisions that have to be made. So it's been mentioned, but going beyond a relationship and maybe turning it into more of a family environment, instead of having 5 children, taking the 250-ish clients of Cole County and making it 255 family members that we have. And so that's really what it's about as far as the Cole County Public Administrator's Office to me. What led to this decision, several years ago, I ran for a public office several years ago, about 17 years ago. I was not successful in that race, but then I thought about 11 years ago, I was at an auction interested in buying a house, and a lady came in. I had purchased, didn't get the house, but I purchased a piano, and hidden inside the piano bench were 2 American flags. They had 40, they were old, they had 48 stars. Well, a lady came in, and it was Marilyn Schmutzler, our current public administrator, and she said, hey, normally we don't sell flags, but since the auction has already taken place, go ahead. And so we got to talking about the role or the job of public administrator in Cole County, and I thought, at that point, if that job ever opens up, that's the job that I would like to run for. And so now that Marilyn's not running for another term, I want to take this opportunity, and I'm asking for your vote for this job because I have a desire. I have a heart to serve the people of Cole County. More importantly, I have a desire to serve the clients that are involved in the care of the public administrator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cheney. As you heard at the beginning, candidate Jeannie Schwaller could not be here today, but she did pre-record her responses to each of these questions. We will hear her response now.
Response to question 1. I decided to run for Cole County Public Administrator to stand, when appointed, for those vulnerable individuals whose family members are unable or refuse to care for them or their personal or financial affairs. This position, while relatively low profile, is of importance to Cole County and to those who are least able to care for themselves. I will bring both integrity and compassion to the position of public administrator. Guardianship means being responsible for the whole needs of the person, similar to being a conscientious parent. You need to make the proper decision for them, but still recognize they have wishes as well. You need to balance what is proper, allow for them to feel important as a person, and protect their rights. My background has been varied. For the past 25 years, I have owned international consulting and business training. As one of the first women in agriculture consulting business, I have conducted programming in 45 third world countries dealing with the developing agriculture economy. I have also developed and facilitated training programs here in the United States. While my participants in these training programs were not disabled, they were dependent on me 24/7 to guide them through a very different culture from their own. Many times they spoke no English and were completely unfamiliar with our culture. I feel these skills are easily transferred to meeting the needs of the Office of Public Administrator, who must advocate for people who cannot speak for themselves. Prior to opening my own consulting business, I worked for Lynn Technical College and Lincoln University as the director of a Welfare to Work pilot project for 19 counties in central Missouri. This program assisted women who were receiving age-dependent children to acquire skills to enter the workforce. This educational program provided college hours in business subjects including accounting, computer skills, and improving general studies subjects. I also worked for the Missouri General Assembly and worked with the chairs of the Appropriation Committee in research and preparation of budgets. My education is a Bachelor of Science from Lincoln University, a Master of Science and a Doctorate in Philosophy from the University of Missouri and Lincoln College, University of Christchurch, New Zealand. I was awarded a Senior Lecturer Fulbright Scholar in Uzbekistan, where I worked with the economic faculty to redesign the curriculum to move from a central planning system to a free market economy. However, my greatest claim to fame is the successful raising of 2 children, along with Ed, who are now professional adults and make very positive contributions to their community.
I like the timekeeper still holding up the signs despite the fact that it was a recording. That's dedication.